Well, I'm at a different nursery right now. I'm at Garland Nursery, and it's down near between Corvallis and Albany. And I'm with Karen. And Karen, you have a great subject today. We're talking about bamboo, and I think that a lot of people just get very confused about bamboo. But let's start with culture. Like, what kind of conditions can we grow them in?
Well, they're really easy to grow. They love growing in the Pacific Northwest. They are very much like an ornamental grass, but they're evergreen. They prefer to have half a day to a full day of sun for the running bamboos, and a lot of the clumping ones prefer a little bit of afternoon shade. They don't really need a lot of fertilizing, but you can fertilize them once in the spring, just like an ornamental grass if you like. They don't like sitting in water, but they're not real fussy about soil, so they're certainly easy to grow. The clumpers, if you're trying to get them to grow faster, you could improve the soil. If you want to slow down a runner, you could put it in horrible clay soil and it might slow down a little bit.
Well, I have a friend that had a stand of golden bamboo. In 25 years, it pretty much stayed because she never watered it once it was established and never fertilized it. And it was just beautiful.
Yeah, it's a very tough plant. They do great here.
Yeah, they are so beautiful. So maybe you can go over some of the different varieties. And so if we do have a runner, what can we do other than kind of starving it?
Well, basically, if it's a running bamboo, if you have a lot of land, you can let it make a large clump. If you are in restricted spaces, there are barriers that you can put down, though they are fairly deep, and you need to rent a ditch witch to do the ditch and push that barrier in. You can do a concrete barrier where you do 30 inches deep of concrete. Some people have spots that are pretty much divided quite a bit by a very large stretch of concrete, but a sidewalk is not enough. They will go under a sidewalk. So barriers are one method. Another method would be to do a trench around the clump, fill it with sand, and then every year just cut off any shoots that come out into that. But that does require maintenance.
Yeah,
and a lot of people forget to do that.
Yeah, it sounds easier though than digging down 3 feet.
It does, yeah, and that is definitely a doable way, and that's how they do it a lot in Japan. So that is done very often that way.
So if we have clumpers though, that might be something that's a little bit less maintenance. It is going to increase, and we can divide it, but maybe it's just a little easier.
They are. You don't have to worry about them taking over the world. They stay very tightly in a clump, just like any ornamental grass, like a miscanthus does. So they are not aggressive spreaders. They do increase slowly. And one other thing with the runners, if you keep them in a pot, they don't go anywhere, and that's a real good method to just keep them in pots and never put them in the ground.
Then that's a great idea.
Clumpers do well in pots too, so all of these are wonderful in a pot to make a screen around a patio or something like that. If it's a large bamboo, you need a very large pot, but the clumpers stay in smaller size pots, and they're wonderful for the rustle near a patio or something.
Oh, that's nice. So it can be an alternative to maybe an arborvitae, a screen, or something like that, and something more interesting. This is a beautiful setting here. Yeah. Well, if you have any other questions, please come on down to Garland Nursery. Karen's here, the other staff is here to tell you all about bamboo. It's a great alternative to any kind of container plant or a hedge material.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much.
Thanks a lot. All right.